Good to see you again.
All right, we're joined on the dais by head coach Terry Nooner of Wichita State and Salese Blow. Coach, why don't we just start with a general comment from you before we open it up for questions?
I thought it was a good game. I thought we showed our resilience as a team. I thought we played. Overall, we had some bad stretches, but I think the kind of defining quality of our team throughout the season has been, you go through ups and downs as a coach and as a team throughout games, but I think we always show a lot of resilience and a lot of toughness. I just think the ball didn't bounce our way today in the second half. I think it was quite a few loose balls that we made stops and didn't, come up with them for whatever reasons. But I'm just happy at the fight and the grit that I thought we showed as a team, and our future is bright going forward. We got some great pieces coming back, and we talked to our young players just about putting in the amount of work that they need to put in, so they don't deal with this tough feeling that we have right now.
All right, anybody inside with a question? The microphone to you and your name and affiliation again.
Jacob Unruh with the Sunflower. Coach, you talked about kind of having those scoring droughts throughout the game, especially coming out of halftime. You had the 4-minute stretch where you weren't able to score.
Yeah.
How was that a challenge in that third period to get points in the
I just think we didn't value the basketball. We had some unforced turnovers that are uncharacteristic, just throwing the ball away and not making the easy play, which is kind of one of our tenets and things that we talk about all the time. So we didn't make the easy play coming out of halftime, and then just defensively, we gave them a couple of threes on some bad helps. We had some downhill drives where we didn't guard the ball in the middle of the floor that led to threes. We had some turnovers that we created, and we didn't, make the easy play in transition or find an open man. So we just didn't have the right kind of focus coming out of halftime. I thought we flipped the switch towards the end of the half, and definitely all throughout the fourth quarter where we held on to 14% shooting, but we just kind of dug ourselves a hole and couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, and then during that fourth quarter, we talked throughout the season about just hitting those shots to the rim and it's not falling through the rim at that point.
Yeah.
How frustrating is it to go through that period where neither team can really feel like they can put anything on the board?
Yeah, I mean, half of it was, we was happy that they were having trouble, scoring at the rim. I think we really stepped up our intensity and our hardened fight and kind of picked up our pressure a little bit, which was a part of it. But all the games that we played them, we didn't finish how we needed to finish around the basket, and that's what doomed us and led to us not being able to pick up the wins in those 3 games.
Yeah, Victoria Keenan for Tulane scored 26 points, I think like 11 shots during this game.
Yeah.
Was that just a situation where you kind of just have to give props out to her for making all those buckets? Was there more things you feel like you could have done?
I think of the first. I think she started off the game with 2 threes where we weren't. It was game plan discipline where we didn't follow the scouting report. I think our players, if you ask them, they know how she played and they understood what the assignments was. But we started off the game giving her a couple different threes. Probably the one that you would give her was the one that she hit late where we were pressing. That was, like a kick ahead pass when we were pressing and they were, trying to run the clock out, and she just shot a deep 3, which was, that was really kind of like a dagger because it was a tough shot, but she's made those kind of shots for her team throughout the course of the season, and that was kind of the one that doomed us. But she's a heck of a player, a great player. She's played good against us. All the times we played her, we know what she brings to the table. We just had some scout mistakes.
Salese, you played so hard throughout the course of this game. Tell me about how you're feeling right now.
I'm not feeling great. I've always been a competitor. Just growing up, it's just how I was raised. Both my parents told me, just never quit my entire family. So this one definitely stings, especially going off first round. Just part of the fight we had, but it stings. I just wish we could have came out with the dub.
I think you played this team 3 times this year and losing by 5 or less points in all 3 of those games. Why do you feel like it's kind of a challenge to close out the game against Tulane? What is the gap to you between the 2 teams right now?
I don't feel like there's a gap. I think our Achilles heel has always been our third quarters throughout the year. I think those doom us the entire time. I think if we had a good third quarter, I don't think we would have been super neck and neck. So, but credit to Tulane, they're a great team. They play together. They have a great coach. But I think if we were able to clean up our Achilles heel, our third quarters, I think the game would have came out differently.
Yeah, for you, why is that such an Achilles heel for the team? Why is it a challenge for everyone?
I'm not sure. It's something that we've been dealing with since our foreign trip to the Virgin Islands. Like, we just come out so flat. Like, it's just something that we haven't been able to shake. So.
Unless you kind of scored a lot of points in the paint today, like we're kind of posting up players, even if you haven't really done a lot, even throughout the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been a part of the game you've been working on throughout the season? Let's kind of talk about that.
Yeah. It's a part of the game that I like to go to a lot. Like, just to. It makes it easier, when you're around the rim. It's not forcing me to make outside shots. And, when they're too little, like, I can just, turn around and the goal is right there. I don't have to try to, make a move on somebody and hit a midi. So it's a part of my game that I definitely have been working on and that I love to go to.
Coach, you mentioned that the hustle of the team showed throughout the game and even throughout the season, the defensive intensity. Is that something you feel like you can kind of keep building on throughout the next few years in the program?
Yeah. I mean, I think our defense is probably the best part of how we played probably the past month. And you look at like our defensive field goal percentage has been in the top of the league probably for the past month of the season. Definitely something that we can build off of. It's something that we hope that our players, when they come back, they understand the position that we're in right now and understanding the type of work that you got to put in the off season to be able to get over the hump in these tough matchups. And so it's going to be a mindset thing. It's going to be a conditioning thing, and it's going to be a bunch of stuff that you're going to have to do from in June and July and August to get yourself prepared so that when we come to these tough matchups next year, we'll be getting over the hump.
Chuck, we have anybody on Zoom? Okay. Coach, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks also to Steph Wright, your SID, for her help.